know the story of the three wise men of the East, and how they traveled from far away to offer their gifts at the manger in Bethlehem. But have you ever heard the story of the other wise men, who also saw the star in its rising, and set out to follow it, yet did not arrive with his brethren in the presence of the young child Jesus? In the mountains of Persia, Artaban, the fourth wise man, is studying about the birth of the Christ child. He looks up and sees the star this side of his birth. He picks up his belongings and heads to where he has agreed to meet the other three wise men. Artaban stops on his way to buy a gift for the newborn king.
I do not have enough money to buy the most expensive gift. I shall sell everything I own to bring the king a gift.
Artaban sells all his possessions to buy 3 jewels, which he will give to the king: a sapphire, a ruby, and a pearl. Thus begins Artaban's journey. He has only 10 days to meet his 3 companions in the next city. As Artaban nears the temple, he comes upon a dying man lying in the room. He looks into the dying man's eyes and offers him a drink of water. He needs much more than just water. Even though he knows it will make him late to meet the other 3 wise men, Artaban stays with the dying man and nurses him until his strength returns. The dying man, now almost well, looks at Artaban with a thankful look in his eyes. He gives Artaban a hug, and they say their goodbyes. Artaban knows that helping this man has put him behind on his journey. Pressing on, Artaban finds that the 3 wise men have left their meeting spot without him.
I may never catch up to my friends now. Only God knows whether I shall not lose sight of the king, because I have tarried to show mercy.
After using most of his resources to help the injured man, Artaban must restock his supplies, and is forced to trade his sapphire for food. Artaban arrives in Bethlehem just as the cruel soldiers of King Herod are rampaging through the streets and killing all the baby boys. He discovers a young mother inside her home, weeping and holding her infant son. Artaban knows he cannot leave. While guarding the doorway, he is confronted by a soldier.
I am all alone here, and I am willing to give this ruby to the soldier who will leave this place in peace.
Artaban hands the soldier the ruby and exchanges his precious jewel for the life of an infant child. For 33 years, Artaban continues to look for the king, spending his years helping the poor and the dying, before at last coming to Jerusalem during the season of the Passover. By this time, he has grown into a worn and weary old man. As he is walking down the street, there is a great commotion. Suddenly, the slave girl breaks away from the soldiers who are dragging her, and she lands at Artaban's feet. Taking the pearl, the last of his treasures, out of his pocket, he hands it to the girl.
Use this as thy ransom. It is the last of my treasures, which I have kept for the king. Take it and free yourself from the soldiers.
As Artaban spoke, a powerful earthquake shook the city. He was struck by a roof tile. Artaban knew he was dying. He thought he had failed. He thought he had not found the king.
33 years have I looked for thee, but I have never seen thy face, nor ministered unto thee, my king. Oh, how I wanted to give you my 3 precious jewels. Oh, how I wanted to personally give them to you.
Then an unmistakable voice came. Artaban and the ransomed slave girl heard it clearly.
Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these, my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
A long breath of relief gently exhaled from Artaban's lips. His journey was ended. His treasures were accepted. The other wise men had found the king.